Good morning, and thank you for tuning into your daily Wallops weather briefing for Thursday, April 12th. We're seeing a much warmer morning out there than we have been seeing the past few days. We do anticipate winds to kick up as we go into the lunchtime and afternoon hours today as well, with a very unseasonable warm day today, and that warm up will continue as we go through the rest of the week. Taking a look at our conditions across the area from yesterday, we did see another seasonable day across the region with locations across the Mid-Atlantic reporting temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Richmond was a warm spot, as it was the only spot able to get into the lower 60s yesterday. We did see a seasonable morning across the region with areas reporting mid 40s for lows this morning. We did see Baltimore be the cold spot at 37 degrees. As you can see from our 9 a.m. observations, we are seeing that warm up really beginning across the area, with many locations already matching or exceeding yesterday's high temperature as of 9 a.m. We are seeing widespread temperatures in the 50s to upper 50s under partly to mostly cloudy skies across the region. Taking a look at our sounding from this morning, we are seeing some southwesterly winds at the surface. They were fairly light this morning, but they have picked up a little bit since then. Just above the surface, they're a little bit breezy, between 1,000 to 3,000 feet, running around 33 knots just above the surface. Then we're seeing a little bit of a weakening between 15 to 20 knots from the west in that 3,000, 9,000 foot layer. And then as we go to 12,000 to 25,000 feet, we're seeing that west to northwest, west-northwesterly flow increasing up to 60 knots at the 25,000 foot level, with a much higher freezing level this morning near 7,000 feet. Taking a look at our satellite and radar loop here this morning, as you can see, those southwesterly winds are starting to ramp up towards the end of this loop here across the entire Mid-Atlantic region. We are seeing some spotty light shower activity near the nation's capital as a weak warm front moves across the region. Not expecting any of that to reach here across the Delmarva. We did see some more widespread mid to upper level cloudiness earlier this morning. That has scoured out a bit, but there is still some lingering mid to upper level cloudiness, and we do anticipate that to continue throughout the day today, possibly even becoming a little bit less widespread as we go towards the afternoon hours. Taking a look at our forecast charts here today, this is the planner for this afternoon. We're going to see that high pressure continue to strengthen to the southeast of the region. Meanwhile, we're going to see a low pressure tracking across the Great Lakes. That's not going to impact our weather as far as cloud precipitation goes, but that is going to help to tighten the pressure gradient across the region this afternoon, which is going to give us some much breezier winds, possibly seeing wind gusts up to around 35 miles per hour. So we are looking at a likely scenario for a wind advisory as we go towards the afternoon hours today. For tonight, we're going to continue to see high pressure building well to the east of the area, and that's going to continue that southwesterly flow across the region, and that's going to help to keep our overnight lows pretty warm, only expecting lows down into the 50s, and with continued slightly breezy winds as that front well to the north and high pressure to the southeast continues to keep that pressure gradient a little bit tight across the area. For tomorrow morning, still going to be seeing some slightly breezy winds with that continued southwesterly flow. We are going to be seeing that tomorrow likely be the warmest day in the extended outlook, as that flow turns a little bit more westerly, pumping our temperatures up to the 70s. And that's going to continue as we go throughout the end of the week here and into Saturday. Not looking at much change for Saturday. Going to be just continuing to see some slightly breezy winds with that strong southwesterly flow, ushering in a little bit of moisture too to bump up those dew points. Then we go into Saturday afternoon. Still going to be looking at another warm day, possibly a slightly cooler than Friday, as those winds shift just a little bit more southerly, so we get a little bit more flow off the water, keeping those temperatures just maybe a degree or two cooler compared to Friday, but still expecting temperatures in the lower to mid 70s here at Wallops for Saturday. Taking a look at our weather chart for today, we are going to be seeing green conditions through noon, and then as we go into the afternoon, we are going to be seeing that likely chance for a wind advisory, and that's going to continue through the early evening hours. We'll see those winds weaken a bit as we go into Friday morning, as our pressure gradient relaxes a bit due to that low across the Great Lakes moving off well to the north of the region. For today, we are going to be seeing a temperature close to 70 degrees and near 69 degrees as we go towards the mid-afternoon hours. those winds are going to start to ramp up, becoming with gusts around 35 miles per hour as we go to the mid-afternoon hours and into early this evening, with gusts to around 24 knots continuing into the overnight hours and through tomorrow morning. We're going to be seeing a pretty mild low tomorrow morning as well, with that continued warm advection with a low of 53 degrees. Taking a look at our terminal forecast for today, we're just going to be seeing that threat of continued mid to upper level cloudiness. Just a few clouds at 15,000, and then a scattered to broken deck of cirrus clouds is going to be the main threat throughout the day. We will be seeing those mid-level clouds decrease a bit this afternoon, just seeing a scattered to broken deck of cirrus throughout the remainder of the afternoon into the evening. And then as we go past midnight tonight, we'll see a few clouds creep into the mid-levels at 15,000 feet, and then some at 7,500 feet for Friday morning. Taking a look at the next couple days here. Friday is going to be a very warm day across the region for this time of year, with a high of 74. It is going to be breezy yet again, as we're still going to be seeing a little bit of a tightened pressure gradient across the region, and when they're partly cloudy skies. For Friday night, looking at a very mild night with a low of only 55 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And then Saturday, looking at another day of high of 74. That high for Saturday is going to be pretty dependent on whether or not those winds stay southwesterly or turn a little bit more southerly. And the models are a little bit uncertain on that. So could be even seeing Saturday be the same temperature as Friday, or a degree cooler or a couple of degrees warmer. Is really going to really depend on that wind direction here at Wallops, is if we get that more southerly flow off the water, or if it stays southwesterly off of the land. Taking a look at the next 7 days here, Friday and Saturday are going to be the warmest days in the extended outlook, with highs in the mid-70s and those mild lows in the mid-50s. On Sunday, we are going to be seeing some increased cloud cover, as well as winds a little bit more southerly, so that is going to bump down the temperatures to near 70 degrees versus the mid-70s. There is still some model discrepancy on if we're going to get a weak backdoor cold front dropping down to the middle or central or northern parts of the Delmarva. If that does happen, it doesn't look like it's going to have a huge impact on our temperatures, but it could be a focusing point for some afternoon shower activity, possibly even an isolated thunderstorm, if we do get a little bit of a front dropping down across the area, as we're going to be having those warm and more humid conditions advecting into the region for the next couple of days here. And then Sunday night, we are going to be having a pretty strong front with strong dynamics and some good moisture return moving into the area. Models are in a fairly good agreement about the timing of this front. It does look like between about 2 and 10 a.m. early Monday morning is the best time for this front to be crossing the area. It does look like we are going to be getting some rather heavy rain as this front moves across the region, as well as some thunderstorm activity. The time of day this front is going to cross makes it a little bit unfavorable for more severe thunderstorms, but still can't rule out the chance of some stronger wind gusts as that front goes through, as we are going to have very strong dynamics with this system. Rain does look to move out of the area by the noon to mid-afternoon on Monday, as that front continues to move eastward after that heavy rain. And then we go on to Tuesday as high pressure moves into the area, and we get a little bit of cooler air mass moving in behind that cold front. So it's going to be cooler Tuesday with a high of 53, and then we'll return to more seasonable conditions as high pressure builds overhead on Wednesday, with a cooler morning temperature in the upper 30s and a high near 64. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a great day.